Hello everybody, Blue Dye Red Devil here, and today we're back in Farming Simulator 2015. Hold on. Uh, Launch Raw. If I want Raw, I might as well go ahead and fix this. Get it set up to where it's easy to pick up. Oh, hoping this is straight across to the fence. Looks like it. Actually might be off a little bit, but either way. Hi everybody, Blue Dye Red Devil here. I already did that. Ugh. Hi, old man here to complain about life again. Uh, I'm tired right now. I literally just got home. It is a little past midnight, and just got home from the Alexander tractor show, which is hosted by the uh, Western New York Gas and Steam Engine Association rally. I don't know. I'm not a part of their group, unlike with the Pioneer Gas Engine Association or the Pageant of Steam, which I just became a member of that this year. I'm hoping to become part of Western New York, but to be honest, I should really focus towards the Finger Lakes area than Western New York, because I'm closer to the Finger Lakes than Western New York is. Western New York is like over near Buffalo, well, would be Rochester and west of there. This area is still considered part of Western New York, but technically not. We're more of a, what do you want to call it? Mid Lakes, Finger Lakes, Central region. I'm not going to get back down here on full. But yeah, it was fun. I have a lot of interesting stuff on the Friday show, the Friday part of the show. Like they started off with semi trucks, then they moved to some couple super tractor pulls. I was hoping to have my new controller in, but they keep delaying and pushing the delivery date back by a day. Really starting to annoy the shit out of me, but it's nice. The stick is starting to have bad drift, very bad drift. I'm currently doing a live stream, or currently live streaming every Monday through Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm currently trying to play Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Trying to get good at it-ish. You know, I can say good, but there's a strong ish at the end of that. Because I suck at those type of games. That's mainly the reason why I'm doing it. I want to torture myself and get better at some of the games that I want to learn to play. Much closer. Right. Dragon Ball. So, I'm just trying to get good at it. Those type of games I've always wanted to be somewhat decent and understand them. The only like real fighting game I ever known was an old game back on the Sega Genesis, I think it was. It's called the Samurai Showdown, if any the older generation remembers that. Some people might remember Samurai Showdown 2 or 3. I think there's a third one. I don't remember. I remember there's a 2. They got rid of some of the characters I like playing. I didn't like. But either way. So I've always wanted to play games like that. Like one of my favorite games I've been always wanting to play is a modded version of Marvel vs. Capcom. And you can get a lot of different heroes and superheroes and villains and characters, just a bunch of random characters in it. There used to be a website called Salty Bets back in the day that actually used to use that. You can make not real world money. You could do real world money, I think, but it's a website we could bet on different characters fighting each other, and it was hilarious. I don't know if they still have it. I haven't heard anything about it in years. That's something I used to throw up back in the day when I was editing and just watch. I watch the unsubscribed podcast. The unsubscribed podcast. Yeah. The more you say it, the more it gets weirder to say it. I watched that. Say hi to Eli. Whatever. The fat electrician. And the guy from Tennessee does. Are you fucking kidding me? Hope it gets you stuck there. Hopefully it'll get you unstuck. Fuck you, get in. or I'll listen to Audible. Right now I'm on book 3 of Space Wolves. 3 or 4, I don't remember. It's been a while since I actually listened to it. I listened to a lot of it today, driving there and back, because it's just under 2 hours to get there. It's an hour and 40-ish minutes. But with traffic here in New York, it's more like an hour, 2.5 hours, to be honest. I almost T-boned a cop because he decided to pull out of a traffic stop without fucking looking and pulled directly in front of me. Because I came up on so there's 3, I saw 3 cars. I saw the car that got pulled over, the cop car that was sitting in front of it, the cop SUV that was sitting behind what looked like behind that cop car and in the road more. So like, hey, move the fuck over type of parking. So I slowed down, went to go around the SUV, pretty much in with my right tire on the center line. And as soon as I start to pass the SUV, I noticed there's a state trooper, because the 2 cop cars are white. And in New York State, white cars are police officers, are local police officers. Dark blue is state and highway patrol. He did not even look in his mirror. He just whipped out directly in front of me. I had to slam my brakes hard. He pulls up alongside me, rolls down his window, so I turned down my Audible book and rolled down my window, and the first thing he says is, "You almost killed me." It would have been your fault. There's 2 cop cars. Because when a cop in New York State has someone pull over, they have cameras forward and behind turned on for the traffic, for incidents of people shooting, people taking off, or people pulling up behind to record, which is a known issue here in New York. So they got cameras in the front and back of the cop car watching the traffic stop and watching behind them. The SUV and the cop car and the local cop car that was sitting there would have seen you whip out in front of me like a fucking moron. He literally did not even look up. He just looked forward, turned his wheel, and I literally watched him as he did it. Fucking moron. But either way. Not everyone can be a good driver. And that's exactly what I told him. I told him I'm a better driver than that. I already had my foot on the brake. He just nodded his head, rolled up his window, and took off. Like, well, I'm a CDL driver. I'm a better driver than that. Even if I was going a little bit faster speed than what most people would say going around a cop car should be. I think I was going above 30 miles an hour. You're supposed to slow down to something like that to go around a cop car. But as long as you let go of gas, hit brake to slow down, to start the process of slowing down, because the way brakes work is when you push them, they come together, push against the caliper, and then centrifugal force pulls them apart. But if you hit them, hold them lightly, not enough to stop, but light enough to where when you're pushing down, you can start to feel them rubbing against the caliper. It's called riding the brakes. It means you can stop faster than someone that they have to slam on the brake, because your brake is already slightly engaged. I'm getting frustrated. Also, I'm tired. I might be yelling. Also, this is the cop giving me a dirty look. I would have loved to have that cop get out of his car, talk to me about stuff. I would have told him straight out, "You're the fucking idiot. You did not look." Not my fault that the professional driver needs to tell you how to drive. I know he wasn't DOT, because he's DOT driver would a DOT officer would not make that mistake, because they had to tell the driver. They need to tell me, the truck driver, the professional driver, how to drive, so they had to live up to that standard, because then that would be asinine to tell me how to drive when they can't drive themselves. Or so you would think, but yeah. Either way, it was annoying. I need to come pick up Bale that's sitting over here. It's stupid, it was annoying. I just hope it doesn't happen again, but it probably will. What was I on? What was I talking before all that? I don't know. Oh, the different stuff they have at the tractor pulls. Yeah, they started off with tractors, with semi-trucks, moved down to super tractors. Then they had a tug-of-war with kids, steam engine versus kids, which literally the guy, you can literally, as an adult, you can watch up there, and as long as you understand what he's doing, he's literally just going. He puts it in reverse, shoves the gear to go forward, and just taps it real fast. So it just does a jolt forward. And he just pulls the regulator backwards, which puts it in reverse, pulls the lever slightly to just let the kid pull it backwards. They do girls first, then boys first. Then they hand out some stuff for free ice cream for the kids, or something like that, for a local place. Something like that. Then they did a two-way tractor towing war or something. I've never seen it before. In front of the sled, they put a long bar chained to the sled. Then they had two tractors hooked up on either side of the bar. Then they would pull down the track. By the time they get to a certain point in the track, which the flag guy would just stand there. And as soon as they get to that point, whichever tractor is in front of the other one, I think that's how it's supposed to work, that tractor wins, or something like that. I don't know, because That was the first time I watched it, and by the time it was done, there was so many people talking. I didn't want to interrupt any conversation, including I just wanted to go home. I was just tired. And then a good sleep the night before because my sleep path machine decided it wanted to break down. So I didn't get good sleep Thursday night. And then Friday, or Wednesday night. And then Thursday night, I was just, I was so busy getting stuff done and live streaming for so late. By the time I was done, I just didn't have time to really do anything. Barely had enough time to hook up my stuff and get 4 hours of sleep. That's full. So yeah, that was pretty much my Friday. Currently working on the Ford tractor still. Trying to get it going so I can take it to the tractor pull, the last one of the year, so I can be in it. I need to rope someone in because my friend Eric won't be going with me because he's busy. I need to rope someone in using the camera while I go on my tractor. I don't know how many tractors are going to be in front of me, so luckily the old camera is kind of simple. You just leave it running, leave it recording, and aim and point. Just turn it and it'll follow the tractor. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get the rake out here to get the field cleaned up. At least the edges. And I will go ahead and get this camera cleaned off before next weekend. Because then we'll do field 27 next weekend. And then we'll try to do 18, 29, and 20 the following weekend. And then we'll go do hay. Or we'll mix up. We'll cut down the hay, then go do corn, then bale the hay. Well, bale hay, pick up the hay. Pick up grass. We need to pick up grass. I'm planning on selling some of the grain to go ahead and see about buying cattle, so buying more sheep and more cattle. Right now, what we have 25 sheep, so I'm thinking about just doubling up and getting 50 cows or 50 sheep. And then we got 20 cows, so get 40 cows. So they're all going to need food and water and stuff. We only got 7 chickens, so my plan is to go ahead and quadruple that. I'm just going to drop that to like 24 or something like that. Well, hold on. 7, 7 is 14. 14, 14 is 8. 28. Okay, we'll go ahead and get 28 chickens. Or just round it up to 30 chickens. Look at all those chickens. Cluck, cluck, motherfucker. Also, this past week I had I think it was last week, because I didn't put out a video last week because so much stuff happened so quickly. I don't want to talk about family related stuff. Just so much stuff happened so quickly. I just didn't have time to sit down and record a video at all. Same thing with Cat Quest. Yeah, Cat Quest. Or was it Minecraft? No, it was Cat Quest for Tuesday, and I didn't have anything for Thursday, so I uploaded 2 videos to make up for the dancing videos because I forgot to upload it for Tuesday. I put 2 of them out on Thursday. Hey, didn't get stuck. Yeah, I don't remember when it was, but talking to one of my friends on VR chat, he is going through a hard time because him and his friend that they've been dating a little bit, they broke up, or didn't. He complained about breaking up, then a couple days later he was saying they just needed time away from each other, and the next day he said they're back together, and then 2 days later he goes like, oh, he hasn't been talking to me. He said he needs a bit more time or something, but I don't know how long to wait. It's like, stop complaining. That's how life works. People don't know how to commit to relationships sometimes. The only way to do it is to not whine about it and just deal with the situation at hand. Okay, you and them are you're both having commitment issues and cold feet about it. Just give time and keep communication. That's it. And also, he got depressed. And then he was like, I'm gonna call my doctor to see if I can double dose on my depression pills. And it's like, my God, another one of these idiots who fucking rely on stemming their emotions with pills, and I straight out told him the reason why you guys are probably having issues with your relationship is that because that's blocking out all emotions. Stop taking pills that block the emotions. Live within the moment. I do not understand why people want to block out emotions with pills. They only block out sad emotions. No, they don't. They literally block out everything to make you dull and boring and annoying. That's what those pills do. Depression pills do not block out the bad. It blocks out the good. It blocks out everything that makes you you. Same thing with drugs. Drugs are bad, even the ones that a doctor prescribes. You don't need pills, you need a person to talk to. That doesn't have to shrinks or quacks anyways, so I don't know what to say about that one. Whoa. That's good. I don't know. Really, the whole idea of using medicine to block emotion is annoying. I don't know. I'm the type of person that says, screw it. Live in the moment. Live with the bad, live with the good. I don't do drugs, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't take pills that help, air quotes, because I tried that before. They tried to use pills when I was in school to get me to help focus. And guess what one of the side effects were? Issues with eating and depression. Yeah, that fucking helped. Fucking constantly double guessing and questioning everything I fucking did. And just constantly eat, because guess what? When I got depressed, I fucking ate. Because when I was a young child, I was thin, I was skinny. And then around 5 or 7, something like that, they told my mother that the best option for me to take Ritalin, then Adderall. It was originally Ritalin. Then they determined that was not doing shit. Instead of trying to figure out what my learning disability was, so then they moved me to Adderall. That had a worse... The side effects were double or worse on that than Ritalin. They had me taking that from somewhere in... before middle school. Because in middle school and high school, I was taking Adderall. Taking Ritalin before that. So, I've been fighting with weight problems and depression ever since. I used to not have depression at all until I started taking Adderall. You can ask my mother on that one. In fact, I was one of the most talkative kids she ever had. To the point where she was scared to death of me because I would just slip away and go fucking talk to random strangers at the mall, grocery store, Walmart. I'm very, very on hill to change the way you think is not always anything that changes the way you think is not a correct source of dealing with stuff. What is to do with it is the proper teaching and methods on controlling it and understanding your issues. I've heard people go, I don't understand it. Back before World War II and stuff, people are gonna have all these medical problems. Well, no, they did. They fucking absolutely did. You wanna know what they did? The parents actually helped and took care of the kids to the point where either they taught their kids how to live in normal society with their mental issues, or they never let their kids leave the house if you're being ridiculed as the people with the weird kid. Also, a lot of people lived on the farm, so farm work kind of fucking toughens all that weird stuff out of you. You don't have time to be absolute weird. Also, a lot of the weird people would disappear off into the middle of absolute nowhere and live off the land, which you can't do anymore. Like, it's a known fact that a lot of the people that disappeared off into the bush in the 1700s and early 1800s, people that go across America to hunt the wildlife and stuff and live off the land, get it ready for civilized life to finally show up years later. Those original people are literally the outcasts of society that people didn't want around. People with issues that would get them criticized for just being around normal people. They had somewhere to go. It's called get the fuck away from everyone and live their own life the way they want to. And guess what? A lot of them died. Why? Because they had medical issues or stuff to the point where, they get to the point where, ooh, bear, let's go pet. Problem is, a lot of people have that nowadays. Like, what is it, a video that recently surfaced online of a wildlife photographer taking pictures of grizzly bears, and there's a last known footage that they found of his camera of literally him standing there several feet away from a grizzly bear filming it as it charges at him. Well, some people smart, some people dumb. But yeah, when it comes down to it, taking pills are stupid. Learning to figure out your disabilities and living with them is better to me. Eh, I'm gonna finish this up off camera. Been 40-ish minutes, 41 minutes. I'll empty this out and then call it. And I'll let you know next week, next Friday when Friday night, Saturday morning when I record this, on how the Ford tractor is feeling. Because I got this week and next week before the tractor show. Because today's the 6th, the tractor show is on the 20th. So I got this entire week, and I got all the way up till Thursday next week. So yeah. So if you like listening to an old man rant, I have been Blue Red Devil, and you can continue watching me do this every Friday, every Saturday morning. But in the meantime, if you like my stuff and you want to see more of it, remember to like, comment, subscribe. It helps the channel grow. And I will catch you all in hell. See ya.